and welcome back to this channel. Today I'm going to do my first author story. It's a format kind of that I want to do, where I just talk about authors that I like and have read all of their books, or like most of their books, so I can yap about everything they've written so far, or just like talk about the most popular books that author ever came out with. And today we're going to talk about Elsie Silver, the author of Flawless, of the Chestnut Spring series, of White Love. And we're just going to jump right in. And my journey started with Flawless because everyone was talking about it on BookTube, on Book Talk, everywhere. I saw Flawless really everywhere, and one of my friends also read and liked it. And back then, it was last year in November. I didn't care for cowboy romances before then, and I didn't even know if I could like it or not. And then I picked it up, just bought the first book and was like, yeah, well, maybe I'll get to it. And then I read it and fell in love with the writing, with the world, with everything. I really love the characters. I love Summer, I love Red, I love everyone. Seriously, she just did such a good job creating those characters, and in general just making me love this book as much as I do. Like, that's the book where my Elsie Silver journey started, and I think it was the best book to make that happen, that I'm just going to obsess with the writing. Because soon enough I bought the rest of the series. I think I wasn't even completely finished and I already bought the next books. So yeah, I have to say, it's not my favorite of the Chestnut Spring series, but I still really like it. I think Summer is such a great character. She's so sweet. I think that really resonates with me because I'm a rather generally sunny and sweet person too. And it was so nice to see a character that's just like that, but she's not only sunny or just nice. No, she's also so understanding, so forgiving. I love Summer. She is such a great character, and I had a fun time with this book. It was the first book that ever had spice like this in it, and I just loved it. I loved it. It just, I don't know, it did things to my brain, and now I am wholly obsessed with her writing and with everything she's coming out with. I will pick up every single one of her books from now on. I'm just going to continue reading, and I am excited for a new series. Emerald Lake? Was it Emerald Lake? I hope it was. If not, then I'm sorry. It is what it is. My brain is dumb. And now we're going to talk about Heartless, the second book in the series. My rating for Flawless was 4.5, by the way, before I forget it. And Heartless, I really love Heartless. It was a single dad romance with the nanny, and I think that's a drop that I really like. I originally rated it 4.52, but I think it's going to be a 5-star. I think with the next reread I am going to rate it up. Because even as I'm thinking about the book, it's a 5-star for me. I think it's a 5-star. It's not 4.5, no, it's more than this. Like, I love Kate so much, and Willa is such a great character. Willa is so good. Like, the first interaction they had, I was giggling, kicking my feet. I am giggling, kicking my feet just thinking about it, or just thinking about certain scenes in this book. It's just so good. I love the way Willa cares for his son. Oh god, was his name Luke? I think his name was Luke. I think it was Luke. Oh my god, please. I just know that Willa has no filter whatsoever, and I love this so much. It was Luke. I'm so glad. It's just such a good book. I want to imprint it in my brain because it's so good. The trope, the spice, the way the characters interact, the way characters melt basically for each other, and just a grumpy character like falling for someone who is witty, who is sharp, who doesn't have a filter. I think these characters complement each other so well. I think Elsie Silver has just done such a great job. Like, the jump from Flawless to Heartless Alone is incredible. Like, Flawless is such a good book, but Heartless somehow even got, I don't know, 100 times better for me. It just hit me in a way that I didn't expect to be hit. And I just know that once I reread it, I'm going to have such a great time. It's just such a great book. And now we're going to my favorite of this series, Powerless. So Powerless is a friends to lovers story, basically childhood-ish friends to lovers, and I just love that trope. I love that trope dearly, and he's a hockey player, which I really love too, and I just love this story. I really love it. Like, Jasper is so great. Like, two childhood best friends, and she had this crush on him, and it's so nice to see both of them like liking each other and just thinking about each other and just spending time with each other, and I'm getting giddy just by thinking about this book. I think it just has such a special place in my heart. Like, I just love this book. Every childhood friends to lovers story just makes me so giddy, basically. I think I love the concept so much that two people who just know each other their entire lives, who have seen each other at their worst, at their best, at everything, like the most embarrassing moments, the funny moments, and just that they still manage to love each other so dearly is such a wonderful concept to me. Like, I want that in my life. And I also really love his nickname for her. Like, he's calling her Sunny. He's calling her Sunny. He's calling her Sunny. What more is there to say? He's calling her Sunny, and I could just tear up thinking about it. Like, I think I need a guy. I need a guy or a girl to call me Sunny like that, because I am a sunshine type of person too. So please, call me Sunny. That's my plea. Call me Sunny, and I'm such a happy girl. And once again, the spice in the story made me realize that I might like some things more than I thought I would. Let's just say this. I just love it so much. It's so good. I want to reread it as well. It's a 5-star and I love it dearly. I love Jasper and Sloane. I love Jasper so much. He's such a good character. Oh my god, I love him. I love him. He deserves the world. And just like Sloane, she deserves the world too. I'm so glad that these two characters have found each other. And another good thing about Chestnut Springs is the family. I love the family dinners in each book, and I just have always such a great time. And I'm always so emotionally invested with these books. It's amazing. And it also happened with the next book, Reckless. Reckless made me love the accidental pregnancy tropes so much that I want to read more of these tropes. I am generally a person, like, for me it's okay to read about pregnancy now, but back then I didn't really like it. But Reckless just, I don't know, it made me love it. Like Theo Silver is such... He's the man. He is the man, the icon, everything. Like, the way he stepped up is amazing. He stepped up without question. He stepped up like Theo Silver. And I'm just so glad that Winter found Theo. I think those two really complement each other as well. Because Winter is such a misunderstood character in the beginning of the series, and it hurts my heart to see how she gets spoken to sometimes. Because I do see myself a little bit in her too. I can relate to her sometimes, and just like seeing how she reconnects with people, how she thinks about people, just her general interactions with people, and I just love reading about them. Like, Winter Hamilton is just such a great character, and I think she deserves the world too. I think every character that Elsie Silver writes and decides that is a nice character that you're going to like, I just will defend them with everything I have, and I'm going to defend Winter forever. Like, Winter Hamilton, you are an icon, you deserve the world, and I am just glad that she has this family that she has now. And I'm going to let my cat in. Wait a minute. So, hello, my cat is in the room now. So, I talked about Reckless quite enough, I think. So, I'm just going to get on with Hopeless. Hopeless is the last book of Chestnut Springs, and I was really sad to let these characters go, because I didn't let them go. These characters are so great. I just love reading about them. And Bailey, baby, Bailey deserves everything. I would give Bailey everything. Like, she could tell me to bark, I would bark. The way the people in this alles gut, baby? Alles gut? My cat just did things that cats do, and I just wanted to make sure she's fine. She seems fine. Are you fine? Love you. Bailey, I just don't like the way that the people in the town like talked about her and had their assumptions about her. And I'm just glad that she found a person that she's happy with, and that she found her peace in a town that didn't let her have the peace that she wants. And I just really like Bo too. Like, Bo is a sweetheart. Bo is everything. Bo is just... I love him. He is just such a great character too. I think it's amazing how he cared for Bailey even in the beginning, that he did some things that, I don't know, that he did some things that I wouldn't have expected, and there were also some things revealed and everything that I didn't expect. So it just was such a good book. Like, I had such a fun time with it, and I just love the way those two characters connect, not only on a sexual level but on a deeper level, on an emotional level. How those two characters talk to each other, and how they spend time with each other, and what they're doing for one another. Like, there are so many acts of service kind of things in this book, and it just warms my heart to think about the fact that people are doing this for each other in real life too. Like, caring for each other so deeply that you just you don't have to say it exactly, but actions speak so much louder than words sometimes. And I think that's the perfect book. That's the perfect book that encompasses this, in my opinion. And that was the conclusion of Chestnut Springs, which is such a great series. I love all of these characters so much. And Harvey, oh my god, I love Harvey, such an icon. Every scene got even better with him. Like, Harvey is just an icon. He is so funny. His humor is unmatched. It's unreal. I want to read more. Like, I know Elsie has Harvey's chapters somewhere, and I really need to read them. I didn't, because I'm going to save them if I have the itch for Elsie Silver, because I have to wait for her next book, for her next release, and it's pain. But we are now going to talk about her first series, like her first book, Gold Rush Ranch, and it starts with Off to the Races. It was a 3.5 for me, and So here's the thing, I liked the book, it was enjoyable, it was really enjoyable, but I had the problem, I liked each scene individually. We're just going to pretend I pronounced that word that I meant correctly and move on, because I will trip over that word so much because I'm now so conscious about it that I'm not going to attempt it. I'm just going to let it go. You know what I mean. I loved the scenes, but not as a whole. I didn't like how the scenes connected, how... I don't know, I think for me it was a plot problem. Like, the scenes were nice on its own, but I didn't really like the way they formed the story, basically. I just had a slight problem with that. I can't really pinpoint it either. But it was such a good book too. Like, it was enjoyable. And I think that these characters that she probably like designed and formed the first are so great too, and have such great depth, and it's also really enjoyable. But it wasn't my favorite, and that's okay. Like, but I can definitely say, like, if you read After the Races and then her newest release, like, the way her writing evolved is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like, she was good then, but she's downright amazing, perfect almost now. It's crazy. Oh, and in this book there's also a little novella called Out of the Gate. It was a novella, it was fine, like, I didn't have an issue with it, it was just okay. Well, it was 100-ish pages or so. I mean, it was nice. It was nice to have a little bit more of Elsie Silver's writing, so I'm glad. And now we're getting to a photo finish by Elsie Silver. That was a 4-star for me. The premise was so fun. The premise was so incredibly fun. Like, I met Violet Eaton online. What happened between us in our chats was meant to stay anonymous, and then it passed until it didn't. And here's the thing with Elsie Silver. She has such a great way of foreshadowing the next books, or like having one scene in this book and then pull up in this book as well. It's just so fun. Like, if you read this book and you're going to get some peeks for this one, and it's just so fun just to realize some things and just see like a scene that you saw in the previous book with another perspective, and it's just so incredibly fun. I think Violet and not Kate, Cole, Kate was her brother. That's disgusting. We are not going... No? Cole Harding. Yeah. Cole. There were some things I did not expect. I did not expect them. And I think, like, I thought... No, that would be a spoiler. I can't say this. I can't say this. I'm so sorry, but I just don't want to spoiler this book. Like, if you're intrigued by the prospect that two characters are meeting each other online with the concept of it possibly being spicy. Read this book and you're going to get a nice surprise. You're going to get a nice surprise. I thought it was really funny to read sometimes. It was fun to read Violet's perspective and how she thinks about her family. Like, I started with Chestnut Springs, so I already knew her family. So it was interesting to see how she thinks about her family. So I just had a great time. And now we are going to talk about the Frontrunner. 5-star. It was such a great book. I loved Mira and Stefan, and I never thought that a character that I did not some words just crack me up, and then I can't say them for whatever reason. I didn't like Stefan in this book. Loved him in this one. Stefan was such a great character. Stefan was so good, and I loved Mira so much, and I liked the way those two connected. I liked the way they spent time with each other, and I really loved that he always called her doctor, because that's what she is. And that he has such high respect for her, and like getting his story, why he does things the way he does, and just getting to know the characters in this way was really special for me. I think The Frontrunner is a book that is just for people who really like characters who are real, who have depth, who deserve a second chance. And Stefan was a character that I didn't like, and he got redeemed so well. I couldn't even remember why I didn't like him, even as I started the book. Like, he was so likable immediately, and was like, what the hell? What do you mean we're going to get Stefan in this book? Or like that I was confused, but I understood so well why we're getting Stefan, and I think he and Mira are so good together, and I hope she does. Is it Mira? Mira. Sometimes I'm just so confused because there's so many character names floating in my head that I'm just afraid that I'm mixing them up sometimes. Well, Frontrunner, such a good time. Loved it. And now a false start, the conclusion of Gold Rush Ranch, of the first series. It was so well done. Like, it ended with the characters how it started. Also well, my German ass. It started with the false. It didn't start with a false start. It started with off to the races, and with what were the names again? Billy and Vaughn. I just realized I never said their names, didn't I? I never mentioned their names. Oh god, I hope I didn't call them Summer or something, or is that embarrassing? Never mind. This book ended with the characters of this book, and it was so well done. It was such a circle moment, and Nadia, Stefan's younger sister, like what she went through, is also absolutely crazy, and I love this story as well. It wasn't a 5-star for me, it was 4.25 or something, but I just had so much fun. Like, there are some things that I underlined in here were just, I don't know, laughed, or were just had such a great time reading it. Like, I'm skimming through the pages and looking at my at the things that I underlined. Like, here's a really great quote: "Wet dreams are made of him." Well, oh wow, oh wow. We could call. All I can think about is that I could go crawl on top of him. We could call it a riding lesson, and he could teach me everything he knows. Well, like I said, Elsie Silver and Spice. She just has such a good way of combining spice with really meaningful things. So I always have a good time. And now we're going to talk about her newest series, Rose Hill. It starts with White Love. It was a 4.5 star for me, and I just had a great time with it. Ford Grant and how he cares for Cora and how he cares for Rosie is just so wholesome, and I fell in love with Ford. Like, the way he talks, that man is magic. I like men like this. It's just so nice to read about respectful men, about men who are just so down bad for the girl, and I'm just swooning. And like I said, Elsie Silver has such a great way of foreshadowing, and here are some things in this book. Like, she is hinting at wild eyes and at wild side, and it's amazing to think that she has such a great understanding of her work, of her characters, that she's just so good at like having a scene in this book, but also coming up in this book and just feeling entirely different. It's so interesting, and I just really loved White Love. It was so nice to see how Ford thinks about Rosie, because I'm just swooning thinking about it. And yeah, Wild Love is so great, and Wild Eyes was my 5-star in this series so far. And I love West so much. I love the children in this book because it's a single dad romance, because all of these romances in Rose Hill, at least, are some kind of single dad romances, and this was just perfect. It was a single dad romance. It was like a pop star that had some experiences which weren't all that funny, and the children are so fun in this book. Like, I yapped about this book in another video already, and it's just so great. Like, the characters are going through so much, but I had so genuine people. It's amazing how Elsie Silver can make me root for words on a page. Like, I can picture all of these characters in my head so clearly, or all of these places she writes about. I can picture them so clearly. It's almost like I am standing right in Rose Hill, like I'm just there and looking at everything they do. And I think that she has such a great way to write conversation too, like dialogue. She is the queen at that. Like, it's so freaking good. I've always such a great time reading her books. Love it. And we're getting to the last book she released so far, which is Wild Side. And I think it was a 4.25. I'm not that sure. But like I said, scenes from other books in here, it spans through, those two books before, basically. And I think it's so interesting to see what these characters were going through while these characters were going through their own stuff. And just seeing it all come together so nicely, so well done, and just falling in love with every single character that she writes. And I had a fun time with Wild Side. It was so interesting to see two characters who are generally just so suspicious of each other, like getting to know one another, doing things for one another, and just falling in love with each other. And I think Elsie Silver did a very good job at making me feel everything that these characters went through. It was like I did lose a sister, because that's the premise of this book. Her sister died. And yeah, they're just such great characters that I can't seem to let go of. And I think that's really all that matters, like having characters that you just care so much about that you could think about them all day. And that's just what Elsie Silver does for me. And she also hinted at the next book, at Wild Card. I can't wait for this book to drop. I'm going to pick it up and read it immediately. And then I'm going to wait for a new series. I think it's called Emerald Lake. I'm not that sure. Could be. I could also be wrong. But I think it's Emerald Lake. And I just know that I will love everything she writes, and I have a feeling that I will find at least one 5-star book in each of her series, even if it's not every book. And it doesn't have to be, because I genuinely enjoy all of her books. And just seeing them on my shelf has me smiling, like I'm thinking about, oh yeah, Jasper. I'm thinking about Summer, and just, I don't know, being happy that these characters got the happy ending that they deserved, and that, I don't know, that they're probably living happily ever after and just having a wonderful time together. And what I really like too is that in Powerless, in my favorite book of the Chestnut Spring series, that the characters from the series before, from Gold Rush Ranch, they had, well, a cameo there too. Oh, I think what's funny, in Powerless, the characters from Gold Rush Ranch were there too, but Rose Hill got also mentioned, and I think that's also a reason why Powerless is so special for me, because the book which encompasses like a little bit of everything. Like it has the characters there, the name of the not city of let's call it city. Let's call it city. It has just the name of Rose Hill in there. It's just so good that we just have everything in one book, like a sneak peek of Rose Hill, a sneak peek of Goldrush Ranch. It's just so nice to have this. I think she's doing such a great job in creating the worlds and the characters that she does, and I am such a fan of her work that I can only hope that I could somehow and someday, maybe in a few years, get an ARC copy of one of her books. Like, that would be amazing, because she's an author. Like, if she releases a book, I'm going to put it on my TBR immediately. Like, I have to read it at least in a month that it releases. And the idea of maybe someday getting the opportunity to read it before it even publicly like releases would be damn cool. But of course, I am delusional and that's not going to happen. But it's a nice thought. Well, all in all, I can just say that Elsie Silver is such a great author that I'm going to support her writing and everything she releases from now on with my whole heart. And she is just so good at what she does. It's amazing how she can make me feel so much with a few words, well, a lot of words on a page, and that I can have an image in my brain so clearly and that I just can't get enough. Like, every book of hers could have gone on longer and longer and longer. Like, I would have read 500 pages more of Powerless and I would have loved every second of it. I had such a great time with every single one of her books, even if it was a 3.5 star, even if it was a 4 star or a 5 star. I just had a great time and I can recommend all of her books so dearly. I started with Flawless, but it does make sense to start with After the Races. Like, it all begins with After the Races, but for me, I don't know if I would have read After the Races first. I don't know if I would have continued. Back then, maybe not. So After the Races, definitely a great book that I recommend. It's always nice to start chronologically while reading an author's work, but it also can sometimes be, well, not that good, because I don't know if I would have continued. But I started with Flawless and got hooked. So I think Flawless is a great starting point in getting into Elsie Silver's books, because if you like Flawless, I would say, okay, go on. Then you can read After the Races, maybe reread Flawless, and then get to the rest of Chestnut Springs. And I think it's a good idea to start White Love, like Rose Hill, when you have finished both of these series. But I just love all of them so much. Look how pretty they look. I think it's such a great color palette. Like, look at this. Pretty. Elsie Silver just knows how it's done. And I think that, okay, you can start with any book, but I personally would start with Flawless and go from there. But you can also start with Off to the Races, because maybe it's just a me problem. Maybe other people will love Off to the Races. I liked it, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't necessarily for me. And that's okay. But I do recommend it so much, because I think the way she started this series and ended is just so heartwarming. And she has such a great way with words, and I can only hope that I'm going to get to that level someday. And yeah, that's all that I want to say for this video for now, and I'm already yapping enough because I don't even know how long this video is going to be. Maybe it's going to be 40 minutes or something. Like, why am I yapping so much? Nobody's going to watch this. Well, never mind. I hope you're all having a great day whenever you watch this, if you watch this. And I hope we're going to see each other in my next video. If not, well, thank you for watching anyways. Bye! Why isn't that stop? Why doesn't that stop? Why does this always keep happening?